The church was glowing with gold light. White roses lined the aisle. A string quartet played softly. Guests whispered about how perfect the couple looked. At the altar stood Ethan Cole, billionaire, confident, hands in his pockets, eyes scanning the crowd, not fully seeing the woman he loved. And walking toward him was Naomi Rivera, 7 months pregnant, radiant, smiling. But Ethan wasn't smiling. He was calculating. As Naomi reached the altar, the priest smiled. "Dearly beloved."
Naomi smiled. "Stop!" Ethan shouted. The music cut off instantly. Naomi blinked. "What's wrong?" she whispered. Ethan turned to face the crowd. "There's something we need to clear up first." Her father stiffened in the front row. "What are you doing?" she asked quietly. Ethan's voice echoed through the church. "I need a DNA test before this wedding continues." It all started 3 weeks earlier. An anonymous message appeared on Ethan's phone. "The baby she's carrying isn't yours. Do the math." No name, no number, just doubt. And doubt, once planted, grows fast. Ethan started counting weeks, replaying memories, noticing small things, a delayed answer, a missed call, a night she said she was with her cousin. The seed had been planted, and instead of asking her privately, he made a decision that would humiliate her.
Gasps filled the room. Phones rose. Her bouquet slipped from her hands. "You're joking," she said. "I'm not," he replied. "You're 7 months pregnant. Before I say I do, I need to know that child is mine." Silence fell like a blade. Her mother began to cry. Guests pulled out their phones. The crowd was silent. Her father's jaw tightened. Naomi stared at Ethan, disbelief in her eyes. "You think I cheated on you?" she whispered. "I need proof," Ethan said. "I need proof the baby is mine." Not love, not trust. Proof. The father who didn't flinch. Everyone expected Naomi to scream, to break, to collapse. Instead, she straightened her veil. "If that's what you want," she said calmly, "let's do it." Her father stepped forward. "We'll do it today." Ethan nodded, confident. He had already arranged a private lab. Within hours, samples were taken. The wedding guests waited in restless tension. The reception hall stood untouched, the cake uncut, the bride still in her gown. The results arrive. 3 hours later, an assistant rushed into the bridal suite, envelope in hand, sealed, heavy. Ethan stood tall as it was handed to him. "This will settle everything," he said. Naomi looked at him with something worse than anger. Disappointment. "Open it," she said softly. He tore the envelope, scanned the page. His confidence flickered, then vanished. "What does it say?" someone asked. Ethan's hands began to shake. Naomi stepped forward and took the paper from him. She read it once, then handed it to her father. The older man's face hardened. He turned slowly toward Ethan. "The child," he said clearly, "is yours." A wave of murmurs swept the room. Ethan swallowed. Relief began to rise in his chest until her father continued. "But that's not the shocking part." Ethan frowned. "What do you mean?" Naomi's father looked him directly in the eye. "The lab ran a full confirmation panel." He paused. "And according to these results, you are biologically incapable of having children." The room went dead silent. Ethan blinked. "That's impossible." Naomi's voice trembled, not with guilt, but with heartbreak. "You accused me in front of everyone. You humiliated me, while I've been protecting you." "Protecting me from what?" he demanded. "From this," she whispered. The secret she carried alone. Months ago, before the pregnancy, Ethan had secretly undergone medical testing after a minor health scare. The results had shown low fertility, severely low. But Naomi never told him what the doctor said next. With treatment, with time, there was still hope. She didn't want to burden him. She didn't want him to feel broken. So when she became pregnant, she saw it as a miracle, a blessing, proof that hope works. And now, he had turned it into a spectacle. "You knew?" Ethan asked weakly. Naomi nodded. "I knew it might be difficult for you to have children." She wiped a tear. "But I never doubted us." Ethan's world tilted. "So how?" The lab director, still present, cleared his throat. "Mr. Cole, rare cases exist where previous diagnoses are incorrect. Your fertility is extremely low, but not impossible." Understanding dawned. The baby was his. The doubt was his. The destruction was his. The priest stepped forward awkwardly. "Should we continue the ceremony?" Every eye turned to Naomi. Her mascara had smudged slightly, but her voice was steady. "No." Ethan snapped toward her. "Naomi, please. You didn't ask me in private. You didn't trust me." She gently removed her engagement ring. "You tested me in public." She placed it in his shaking hand. "So here's my answer. In public." Gasps filled the church. "You don't marry someone you don't trust," she finished. Then she turned and walked down the aisle alone. Her father followed. Her mother held her train. Guests parted silently, unsure where to look. Cameras clicked, phones recorded. Ethan stood frozen at the altar, still holding the DNA result, heart pounding, mind racing, still hearing the echo of his own words. "I need proof." Outside, the sun shone. Life went on. But inside the church, something had ended. For weeks, clips went viral. Headlines screamed, "Billionaire demands DNA at wedding. Pregnant bride humiliated in front of guests." Ethan had millions, power, name, fame.
But he had no woman, no trust, no family. He had demanded proof, and in doing so, had lost everything that mattered. Months later, Naomi gave birth. She held her baby close, tears in her eyes. The life she carried, the love she had protected, all untouched by the man who had doubted her. Ethan watched from afar, powerless. The child was his, but the woman, she had chosen herself, chose peace, chose dignity. He asked for a DNA test to protect himself, but the results exposed something far worse than betrayal. They exposed his lack of trust. The baby was his, the love was real, but the humiliation was unforgettable. Sometimes, the moment you demand proof is the moment you lose everything. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment where you are watching from.